grand day and happy Moon Monday. Well, today is January 19th, and we recognize Martin Luther King and the leader that was a leader of not only the civil rights movement, but a leader of this nation. And ever since 1968, Martin Luther King was assassinated, there has not been a leader ever since. So we honor this day as far as a national holiday. Today is also new moon, black moon, which represents the return of Lilith, the one that was erased and silenced biblically. Now, what does that have to do with Martin Luther King? What it has to do with history or herstory? What it has to do with then Moon Day? Well, it's time for us to get back to righteousness, and those two things interconnect all things. All things interconnect with these two things and these beings. But we also want to recognize Corretta King, because what Martin Luther King and Corretta King represented and symbolizes unity of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, of a king and a queen, of a god and a goddess. And if we ever had a god or goddess walking this earth in the flesh, it would be Mrs. and Mr. King, the powerhouse that ran America and the world at large. And today we still are affected by the work and the legacy of the kings. So we want to honor them, but we want to reconnect to our commitment, dedication of our higher purpose, of the higher calling, of the greater good of all humanity. And Lilith have everything to do with that, because we need to uncover, unbury the truth of the divine feminine, of her being the first woman, or the first womb man, or the first feminist there was on earth. And her message is a great return. She is returning. This information about the moon, the things that we get now, it's things that we didn't know then, and we forgot, but now we're coming into remembrance. And so this day is to remember the legacy of the king, the higher calling of the promised land. But it's also is a day of remembrance of the moon, the black one, that represents truth morning, noon, and night, that represents justice, equality, and unity of oneness. What a man is, a woman is. What a woman is, a man is. And is equal, it is fair, it is just. Happy new moon. And may the intention of this new moon birth and grow the seeds of a brighter future.